got Holden in the chat. I think he's just waiting for it to go live. There we go. Now we're live.
Holden, can you hear us?
Holden, can you hear Never Too Old? Let us know.
Hello, hello, hello.
Let us know if you can hear Never Too Old for Lego. It may take them a while to figure out there's a new stream.
Yeah. All right, give me 1 minute.
There's someone named Freakenstein asking if we can hear them. There's usually some kind of technical difficulty with these things. I guess it wouldn't be a live stream without them.
I'm here. Just wondering if they can hear me. And Freakenstein is me.
Yeah, I know.
So I cannot wait to do that stream with Ash and do General Grievous's helmet. Now, he went off of Bricklink's designs, which I've all looked at, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the part to like actually get all those things. Yeah, we just restarted the stream, Alexandria. Hopefully you can hear me now. But to source out all those pieces was over $100.
Oh yeah.
And to buy the one that's on AliExpress was like $45. And it's got actual like silverish chrome pieces to it.
Well, that should make it an interesting one then, because you can compare the two.
Yeah. You can hear me? Awesome. Awesome possum sauce.
Excellent news. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us again. And hopefully we won't have any more issues.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that I had to restart the stream. I don't know what happened. They could hear me in the beginning.
Yeah, there was no problem. And then I know you must have, or something must have cut out. I have no idea what it could be.
It has to be YouTube because my phone's too good to cut out like that.
Yeah, it must be the software or something. So I'm working on I'm working on completing this project from last year, which was a bunch of 3D printed go-karts. They actually derived from actual Lego models that I designed a while ago, one of which is in this bag. This is just a way for me to this is just a way for me to customize them to my liking.
Oh, this cat, man.
Where is Isis anyway?
Hiding. He's definitely hiding.
Welcome back, Tristan. Yeah, sometimes I think, as you pointed out, the cat just wants attention all the time. They have the golden opportunity to get on the live stream and they're hiding.
Well, she's puking on everything.
Puking.
Yep.
Oh dear. Okay, when I said that they wanted a brownie, I didn't mean that literally.
Sorry, just give me 1 second.
No problem. Yeah, I hope the cat's all right.
Thank God I wasn't wearing socks.
Oh, dear.
Like she keeps on it's like this white foamy stuff she keeps on throwing up, eh? But I know what it's from. She keeps on eating too fast.
Oh, she's a fast eater.
Oh yeah. Like when she's getting in there to eat, she's like going to town on it. And I keep telling her, slow down. She won't slow down.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm not sure what can be done about that, fortunately.
It's just a bad habit she's always had.
Yeah.
But no one likes stepping in dog puke or cat puke.
Fortunately, I don't think I've ever seen dog or cat puke.
Well, you're lucky then.
I'm pretty sure I haven't anyway. We just have to
Tristan
worry
says he
about
eats too fast.
you just have to worry about humans puking.
Yep. Well, this is why every woman I've ever been with, I said, if you have a baby, I'm leaving for 2 years. Why? I don't want to be around that thing while it's screaming, yelling, puking, pooping. I'm
No.
sorry. Yep, we got a reading, Mayo. But no, I told every woman I'm with, if you want to have a kid with me, you got to know I'm going to be gone for 2 years. I'll send you money, but I'm not going to be around that kid for 2 years until it at least is walking. But I ain't changing no diapers. I ain't
No,
listening to screaming and yelling. I'll go insane.
they can do the hard parts.
Yep.
And
Don't
have
get
to
me
be
wrong. I
honest.
know I'd be a great dad. It's just that I can't stand babies. I cannot stand them.
Not even interacting with them.
Nope, not even a little bit. When people sit there and say, "Oh, your baby's so cute," I look at them and be like, "That thing is
Ah.
fucking ugly."
Yeah, they may look cute, but behind closed doors, they're a terror.
I don't think they look cute at all, man. Not even a little bit. Like I, you can show me the most beautiful baby in the world, and I'll look at that thing and be like, "Ooh, it's an ugly alien."
Well, to be honest, I think they're a lot cleverer than they let on.
Yeah, like I hate when you know it's an ugly baby. You really know it's an ugly baby, and everybody around you is like, "Oh, it's so cute,"
Ah,
and it's
well,
like, "Are y'all wearing beer goggles or something?"
yeah, I get it. They got to say it's cute because it's a baby, but ugly babies are ugly babies.
To me, they're all ugly. I don't care, especially when they're like only a couple weeks old and they're still red, and and they look like they got old man hands, but they're baby fingers.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that? You know what it reminds me of? You ever see Total Recall back in the day? The thing that was
Yeah.
attached to the dude's body,
Oh yeah. Oh. Oh yeah.
the hands. That's what baby hands look like to me. So it's like, no, don't
That's
even
exactly.
touch me, kid.
Well, ironically, it was coming out of the guy's stomach as well. And where do babies come from? Well,
Yep. Look, if I ever became a millionaire, I would pay someone to have my kid and raise them. But I don't know if I'd be around.
so you go further than the whole surrogate thing.
Yeah, I would
Interesting.
just pay for my kid's life.
Hmm.
And I go as far as telling the mother, listen, the kid only has my name. That's it. Other than that, it's keeping my bloodline alive. And you don't have to introduce me to the kid ever unless it wants to.
I would actually guess that's going to become a thing.
Yep.
And Tristan insists that babies come from storks. They may actually call it stork industries or something like that.
Man, if that was true, I'd probably have 100,000 of them outside my courtyard waiting for their mothers to pick them up, but they're too high to get them. It's going to be one interesting summer because I think this year
Yeah.
I'm not even going to care. I'm going to do streams, and if there's someone in the background that is being an idiot, I'm just going to let it play.
Oh yes, you wanted to do build Lego building outdoors.
Yeah,
That's what you're referring to.
yeah, because like I spend all winter long inside
Oh yeah,
because going outside it's a horror story for me.
yeah. That's understandable. It's definitely understandable. Yeah, I figured that people will want to start performing when they discover you're doing a live stream.
But I started doing my live streams outside. I'm going to continue to do them. That's all.
Are you looking forward to thousands of people with their summer uniforms?
What uniforms?
Well, I that's my way of saying that people tend to dress the virtual same during the summer. So they've got the same items of clothes on.
Oh yeah. The only thing that I have a problem with is that no woman wears Sunday dresses anymore, or you know, um, the proper, in my eyes, the proper type of clothing for the summer. Like you have all these young girls out there wearing shorts that are showing their butt cheeks, and what are they doing? They're pulling their shorts down all the time, and they don't want people to look. But you're
Yeah,
wearing that shit out there,
yeah,
and people are gonna look, right? Like
yeah.
it's only a given that these people are gonna actually look.
Mm.
But because it's not the right people you want looking at, you're gonna give them shit or make a comment. I
Well, there
hate
you
that.
go.
It's
I
like the
remember.
days when you remember skinny jeans.
I've heard of skinny jeans. Yes.
Okay, so girls would be wearing skinny jeans and their underwears would be showing, especially a thong and stuff like that, right? And they'd always be pulling them up, pulling them up. I'm like, well, what the fuck are you wearing that shit for if you got to pull it up and if you don't want us looking? You're calling attention to yourself by pulling it up.
Well, I
You
remember
know,
some,
same with the shorts. You're calling attention when you're pulling them down.
well, I remember someone complaining online many years ago about how the clothes manufacturers designed these things so that it would show, for example, a pair of jeans would show their butt crack. At the
Yeah.
same time, though, they're still going out and buying these items of clothes and then choosing to go out wearing them.
I don't know. I miss the day when I could just walk up to any woman and say, "Oh my God, you're beautiful. You want to go get a milkshake or something?"
When was that time?
Like 30 years ago. Now, if I said that to a girl, they'd be looking at me like, "Are you crazy? You're a psychopath. Help!"
It's pretty much the
Yeah,
case now.
but if I said, "Hey, I'll text it to you," they'd be like, "Okay, let's go."
Well, the trend over here for the last few years has been going braless, and it's
Yeah, that's been happening here too.
and
But the
I gotta
problem
say, yeah, go ahead.
the problem is that it's legal to be topless in my country,
Really?
and yeah, and the people that are going braless shouldn't
Probably.
be going braless.
Oh yeah, I've seen females of just about every age going braless, and
Yeah, well, try walking down the street and a convertible drives by, and there's women 60 plus, gray hair and all,
yeah.
round like a freaking basketball, big old floppy titties hanging out, all of them.
Fortunately, I've eaten a few hours ago.
I'm like, what? What did I just see? These old ladies are driving around in an old Mustang convertible with their boobs hanging out, and they're
Hmm.
swinging in the wind because they're so floppy.
Oh dear. Well, I was gonna say though that me being a front person, it was interesting seeing it the first few hundred times, but when it's every day and it's almost every other person, it's just
Yeah,
boring. It really is just boring. But it also tells me that it signals to me that these people don't really have that much to offer.
yeah. Yeah, but those are the women that can get away with it. But when you got like Triple H boobs and they're hanging down past your waist and you're walking around with them out, it's like, what am I looking at here?
Um, you know what that the funny thing is, I was just thinking that would be a very interesting minifigure to design.
It reminds me of that South Park episode when they got
Oh,
the new teacher and she lifts her
oh,
shirt and her
yep,
boobs come out.
yep. I remember that. I'm not going to repeat the teacher's name here.
Why not?
Well, because the whole thing about YouTube censorship and whatnot. I don't want to get you in trouble. But
Well,
you can.
Dick is a real name. Dick is a person's name, right?
That's part of the name. Yes, to say the whole thing though.
You just got to say it as her name. Chokes
Yes.
on Dick.
There you go.
Listen, if YouTube wants to flag me for that, so be it. But it's been a long
Mm.
time since I've gotten any type of flags for swearing or saying something inappropriate. And
Well,
I, for one, have a full adult channel, and I am not going to change that.
I should remember that actually. I should remember.
So Excuse me. I noticed something on all the Jedi Knights lightsabers, though. I was looking at them. You see, there's two holes right there.
Yes.
So on all the Jedi Knights lightsabers, not the Siths or the Inquisitors or any of them, but all the Jedi ones have these two holes on them. And not only do they have them there, but they have them there and they have them there. I was
Mhm.
thinking I could just put a pegboard up and put some of those Technic posts there and stick that on there.
That's a good idea. That's that's one way you could display them actually.
So what I was talking to you about the other day, and I think I can show you with this.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So like, you know how we have the minifigures? They got the two little studs there, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I can show you with this part.
Hold on.
But
I have
anyways,
them here.
so like, don't imagine this thing that big, but there's a little lip here that he can stand on, right?
Yes.
So if this was extended out just a little bit more and it had the two little posts, and instead of it being so long, it's only a two piece, and then have like a little square in the back for the size of that 3M tape. You know what I'm talking about? The little
Okay.
square 3M tapes for
Yeah.
posters and stuff.
Yeah.
And even a hole that you could put a nail through, right? You could probably print those off and sell them like crazy for stands to put on your wall.
All right. So if I understand you correctly, go.
It'd be an L-shaped piece.
L-shaped piece like this.
Yep. And then there'd be two bricks to hold them, the two little round studs to hold them.
Okay. Something like that.
Yep. That's to hold the character. And then
Okay.
that piece would be flat on the back, but put a hole at the top, like near the top, so you could put a nail in it or a screw,
Okay.
whatever you
Yeah.
want. But the back would have like a spot to put that 3M tape.
Something like this.
Yep.
I see. Yeah. Yep.
I think those would sell like crazy, especially if you can make a clock that has minifigures attached to those and you put those on there and displayed it like that, but also displayed it as on a wall or whatever.
Mm,
Now you can do a lot more with your minifigures
yeah.
for display wise.
Yeah. That should be really easy to do. And then this
Yeah,
could also work for the slightly larger ones, which have larger bases or footprints.
yeah.
Um,
But for regular size minifigures, that would work. The only thing is that you got to make it so like these cape figures, you see how it extends out?
yeah.
You'd have to make sure that you're measuring enough space off of there
Oh
to do
yes.
that, right? So
Yes.
you would have to make it slightly longer than a 2x2 piece, but only have the two squares
Mm.
or the two round spots for the actual dude.
All right. Hello, Zane the Beast. Um,
Like for
my
these
imme-
to fit in. So you can go.
yeah, my immediate thought is that we could just have a cavity to put in a Lego plate, so we don't have to worry about tolerances or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then somebody could choose to use a one by
But
two
the
or two.
yeah, but the whole reason for that little peg right there for that spot is, let's say you do have a bigger figure, you can attach another piece to extend it out a little bit and you don't have to buy anything else. You just got
Exactly.
that piece. And if you want to extend more, and you could show that with the big figures. I don't have my big figure around, but you could show that all you have to do is snap on this piece, and now you can have a bigger figure on
Yeah,
there, and you already got that piece at home. But this is would be something you'd sell like in a 10 pack or a 20 pack or a 50
yes.
pack, right? But I think it'd be great though if you could find an old clock at like at a thrift store or something that has a wood back that you can actually attach that to and make the
Yeah,
characters um the numbers.
yeah.
What's up,
Mm.
Eternity? We're just
Hello,
coming up with
Eternity.
some stuff.
Yes, and to answer Tristan's question about whether we can just build it or not, in theory we could. I'd imagine there's some. Well, if you prefer to have a Lego style mount to minifigures, that's one thing. But I'd imagine there's going to be some limitations regarding the colors that you would use, things sticking out too far, etc. I personally like to have things ultra customized so that they match the kinds of measurements that I want to have.
I still think it would sell because people would want to display them with that hook, like either putting up with a nail or using the 3M tape, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you could literally do this. You could buy that 3M squared tape in bulk and just put it on there and leave the one side that like the one sticker side that goes on the wall.
Hmm.
All you have to do is just keep the plastic mat, right?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That is that is like, so I'm immediately thinking I could probably get some of those adhesive strips from AliExpress or even Amazon.
Yeah.
And, that part could be designed in an hour or something, easily prototyped. And then we've got plenty of charity shops. They probably got some clocks or other things, old pegboards and whatnot. So we could have a field day with that.
But think about this, okay? Let's say you got your Millennium Falcon from back in the day with all the characters, and you got enough room to put them on a shelf, but there's no more room anywhere else.
Mm,
But you have wall space still. You can use these to stick on the wall and display your
yeah,
characters now.
absolutely, absolutely. So you know what? After we're done here, I'm going to get to work on that particular idea. 'Cause,
See, I told you I'm an idea man.
well, so am I. But it's always good comparing notes with other people.
Okay, just remember, after you sell your first million, I get 5%.
Oh, oh, don't worry. I'll send you $5 Canadian.
Well, look, if you built them and sold them, we could, but just even built them and gave it a couple to everybody in the community to design a project with them. Doesn't
Oh
have to
yeah,
be a clock, but anything, and then show it off the versatility of this little stand that you can now use,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's the marketing side taken care of.
Yeah.
No, that is
Yo,
that is
11 people
essential.
watching and only 6 likes. You guys can do better than that. Me and Silent deserve better than 6 likes, guys.
Oh,
Come on now.
what is going on, folks? We even have eternity bricks here.
Yeah, Eternity, get on them. But Eternity, that's the main base transformed into the robot mode.
Can, Yucca can smell the cigarette smoke through the screen. Well, you know what? Your
Well,
computer
guess what,
shouldn't be
buddy?
smoking.
I'm a grown ass adult, and if I want to smoke, I'm gonna smoke. It's my lungs, my body, and I'm tired of people telling me what to do. And I'm sorry, but this is the only habit I got left because everything else is taken away from me from diabetes. I can't have sugar, I can't have cake, I can't have candy, can't have nothing. And now you want me to get rid of my smoking. And by the way, my man, it is not a cigarette that I'm smoking. I have to smoke for pain medication. So just letting you know.
You tell them never too old.
I am a smoker though. I'm not going to deny I'm not a smoker. I smoke, like, I chain smoke when I'm outside. I chain smoke because my anxiety. It helps me. It lets me stay out longer, right? It's like a security blanket.
Okay,
But when
I
I'm inside,
completely,
I hardly smoke at all.
I completely understand. I think
But like, look, I can't drink. I can't do recreational drugs. I don't call marijuana a drug because to me, it's never been a drug. But I can't do recreational drugs, all because of diabetes. So all my fun has been taken away. And now everybody wants to take away my smoking too. And it's like, my lungs, my body, I'll do what I want. You don't want me to smoke around you? Walk away. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you something that happened. Do you? I don't know if in England you could still smoke in bars or whatnot, or in restaurants, but
uh,
just before Canada banned smoking from restaurants and bars, me and this girl that I ended up dating for 7.5 years went on our first date to this pub that served really good food. And we're sitting there eating and we're talking. It's been about an hour, and she stops eating, right? And
mhm.
I'm like, "Do you mind if I have a cigarette?" And she's like, "No, go ahead." So I'm having my smoke, and what does she do? She starts picking at her plate again. So I looked at her just as a joke, and I'm like, "Hey, do you mind not eating while I smoke?" And the first thing out of her mouth was, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That was so rude of me." And I'm like, "I'm just joking. I don't care if you can eat while I'm smoking." You know, go right ahead. I don't give a shit.
Gosh, next thing you know, you'll get people complaining. Do you mind if you don't have sex while I'm just sitting here?
Yeah. But like, you know, um, I started smoking at a young age because it calmed down my anxiety. And I was sick and tired of being on medications and going through stuff, acting like a zombie, not remembering anything, couldn't concentrate. And smoking calmed my nerves down. And I was able to do more without losing that concentration, without losing who I was. So I took up
Hmm.
smoking.
Now I did try the pop of a cigarette when I was younger, but I knew that it wasn't for me. 'Cause I don't know. I don't know what exactly it was. It just didn't taste very good. But I also knew that I really didn't need any vices because I'm screwed up enough as it is. I
No, for
suppose
me, I don't even smoke real cigarettes. I smoke these menthol things.
menthols.
Yep, I smoke menthol cigarettes.
Are you black?
Hmm?
Are you black?
Of course. Look at my skin.
Or you're one of those albino
No. Wait,
people?
wait. Let me get into the sun for a little bit, and then I'll show you. I turn brown, bro. I got Native American in me. I turn brown. Phantom smells, yeah. But like I said, I don't got much in life, and people always get down on me about smoking, and it's like, leave me alone. Just leave me
Well,
alone.
okay, that I can understand. I can definitely understand. And it does seem to be this thing that many people like to do, where they see something that you have or that you like doing, and they try and take it away.
Yep. Well, it's not that I like doing it. It's just
What it's
I'm not
because they're
gonna
not
lie.
doing it.
I'm addicted now, and it still helps me when I have to go outside.
what I mean is, it's the one thing that you do have,
Hmm.
and some people just look to take those things away for whatever reason. Let me see. Let's have a look at Tristan's comment here. Should we tackle a really cool Lego project together? Something like a collaborative build or collaborative make or something like that.
Well,
I would certainly be up for that.
yeah, but I suck at. I've only done 2 real mocks in my life, and they were flowers. So, like, what the hell am I gonna build?
Well, you know what though, you don't necessarily have to build anything. You could a collaborative make could be just as much about the ideas and the concepts. And then there's the other non-tangible things as well. That could be,
Okay, I got it.
what's that?
Since there's a few of us from, I said, stop chewing on the bag.
Oh dear.
ISIS. It's a cat, man. I'm telling you. But since we're from around the world, why don't we build each of us a train car with
Ooh,
our nationality? Like, I'm sure British trains are different from Canadian trains. I'm sure Russian trains and Germany trains and, you know, Australian trains all look different, Chinese, whatever. But we all build something and we send it out to somebody that's going to have a room for it to be displayed.
I like that.
What do you think, Tristan? Can you build a train? Even if I got to print out via rail freaking, you know, stickers, I'll put it on there.
That would be. I think that's a great idea. It'll be a very nice challenge as well because I've never actually done a train, or in this case, it would be a carriage.
I've never done it either.
Hmm.
But someone's got to make the engine. I'm not making the engine. I'm not doing it.
I also like the idea of perhaps taking it to different countries as a whole train and having it
Yeah.
on display. It'd be
Well,
great.
you go to the convention, so you could definitely do that, right?
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that.
We can
And
all put out little stickers for our things with our, logo and channel name or whatever, and put it on the side of the train, or even on the top of the train
yeah,
for advertisement.
yes, and it would be a great advertisement for brick therapy as well.
Yeah, and not only that, but we can get things like this and then get stickers on there that say, you know, from Ontario, Canada, or, you
Wow.
know,
Yeah. Well, thinking about that, actually, we could have we could even have our own passports, just as with the Lego store, you can collect the store passports. Instead, we could have perhaps tickets, and then the tickets could get stamped, or we could have stickers
yeah.
put on them with different locations and whatnot.
And Eternity, he's in the USA, so he can build a US train.
Yeah.
But no, Tristan, what I was asking you if you could build the engine, because for me that'd be too complex to mimic and copy a real live engine that's from Germany or from the UK or from any other place, even Canada. I couldn't do it. I couldn't mimic it. I can make a rectangle, no problem. You start telling me I got to put slopes and grills and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm done.
So what size trains would these be? Would these fit within a
We'd have to
typical
do it to
system?
Lego code where it fits on their tracks.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely would have to do that. But
Oh yeah.
you would have to do, since you do 3D printing, you would have to definitely put some 3D parts in there that haven't been seen before.
I could do that. I could do that.
Like I'll
There's-
have mine open up and have transformers inside of it or something. Or maybe I'll make my train transform. Who knows?
Oh wow. Whoa, that's one thing. One day it could be the carriage, the next day it could be the engine itself. Or you could
Well, I was talking more about turning it into a robot, but yeah.
okay. Yeah,
I
you
do
could
have
have
train bots.
train bots. Well,
Yeah.
that's the challenge then.
Well, it would just help me look at them and see how they're done and what I can do with Lego, right? But this thing, I'm sorry, if you ever want to find out how to build something a different way that you've never even thought of, this thing has a million of those in here. A million of those. Like, I cannot even believe how many different ways they built stuff on here to get it to be what it looks like. Like even these guns, the way that they did these guns. Let's see if I can take this off. But even the way they just did these simple little guns, I would have never thought to do something like this.
You know what? I would expect nothing more from a set that size.
Like I'll tell you, I've learned a lot of different techniques from the real Lego sets, but this is on a whole other level. Like this piece moves up, but also moves out. This piece moves up and also out. This piece all wraps around. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's so many things that this thing does that I could never find with a Lego set.
I almost wanted to say that you couldn't, but then I've never built a set that big from directly from Lego, so I wouldn't be able to tell.
Not any Lego set that I ever done had this much complication of movement in it. And I've done, I'd say at least 15 actual real Lego sets, including one of them cars where you turn the wheel and you turn the steering wheel and it actually turns the wheels. This thing
Yeah,
is a beast. And
yeah.
I forgot about this. It actually does come down. They make shoulder cannons.
Ah, yes.
And that's actually where the light is inside here. And I guess you lift up this panel and it shows more of the light.
So that model actually does light up once you put batteries
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, but I don't know what kind of batteries it is. I went to the dollar store to look to see if we even have those type of batteries, and we don't have them. It must be some kind of Chinese version of the battery that I have to order.
Um, I'm guessing they're cell batteries then.
Yeah, they're like watch batteries or whatever you want to call them,
Oh yeah.
but it's just a weird size. Come here, come here, come on. There you go. Meow.
Right. So I guess that's going to be the next thing for you if you can get hold of those batteries.
Oh, I'm not even putting them in because over the years collecting transformers and putting batteries in, you forget about the batteries. They corrode and kill
Oh,
the toy.
oh, that
So
yeah. Hello, Isis.
I don't suggest putting batteries in anything anymore.
Actually, I've got
Not unless
some.
you're constantly going to be using it and constantly checking it. Like Lego have rechargeable batteries in them, don't they?
Chargeable ones. I've
They're
not
not
heard.
like they're not like you put in a battery. It's mostly rechargeable now, from what I see.
I don't know. You may be talking about the things like power functions.
Yeah.
They probably are actually. I don't know. So just wanted to show you this was something I designed with a battery in it. It's actually my Christmas model from last year, and then small
Oh, that's
lights.
cool.
Trying to get it in view. There we go. A small flickering LED in there, and then basic circuits, which is a couple of cell batteries. Really watch circuit, and then it attaches to the LED that's in there.
See, I have a whole bunch of these Raspberry Pis, right? And what I need is an actual Lego piece that it can all fit into with the holes cut out for the, the HDMI and the power, right?
Mm,
And a switch to turn it on and off. Um, if I could get something like that, I can literally start making Lego mini consoles with the emulator inside. Or what I thought would be even cooler is Lego characters that are from games that it's inside there as well. Like you can have a Link, and there's a Raspberry Pi game console inside, and you just put it up to your TV, plug it in, and there you go. You're wireless playing it on your TV, but it's still a Lego character.
right.
I got like 50 of these things, man.
Pretty sure somebody has done something like that, but that's another idea to potentially explore. So Tristan wants to know whether he should get burgers and fries 2 for 1 or cook with a HelloFresh order for dinner.
Uh, whatever's cheaper.
Well, I mean, I would suggest the HelloFresh if you feel like cooking because you've already got the food there.
Yep.
And, I guess technically it's healthier as well. But then
Yep.
if he gets the 2 for 1 burgers, then it's potentially food for tonight and food for tomorrow.
I can't even eat a whole burger now. Like if it's an actual burger from a restaurant, I can't even eat it.
Literally can't eat it.
No, I can eat maybe about half of it full. Like so
Oh, I
used to
see.
only eating the size of my fist. Like the
Ah,
size of
right.
my fist is what I get to eat, right? I can't eat more than that at a time or my sugar goes up.
Oh, oh dear. No need to apologize, Alexandria.
She had to put up shelves. She's tired.
I don't know why. I've been feeling really tired recently as well. It
You know,
was,
all these chemicals that they put in our food makes us tired too.
yeah, I can imagine so.
Same. Someone did a test in the United States on boxed food products, and they found out that they had drugs inside them that actually make you sleepy.
Yeah.
Drugs. And I'm me
Where did they come from? These pharmaceutical drugs.
exactly. And you trying to make us
Why?
sleepy and compliant.
Well, being sleepy makes us more suggestible.
Yep.
What I remember, so it's easier to program people that way. Um, and then it goes back to in the States, at least they have an FDA or Food and Drug Administration. Why do those things go together?
Yeah, and not to mention, you know, what I don't get is this. They're triple A meat. They get A meat and double A meat and triple A meat. Why is it that their triple A meat doesn't even meet our standards for our lowest grade of meat here in Canada? What are they doing to their meat which makes it like that bad?
What? Okay, what's the difference between double A and triple A?
So it's a ranking system.
Yeah.
So your A meat would be like low quality.
Okay.
Your double A would be medium quality, and your triple A would be high quality.
Okay.
But again, all right, Mayo, take it easy. It
Yeah,
doesn't
man.
register on our Canadian food grade. We would not serve that to our animals.
Right. So I
So what are
guess
they
it's
doing to their food that makes it so unbearably bad?
well,
And
it's yeah.
well, I'm just thinking like all the Americans that think their food is good and they think it's awesome, and it's not.
I would very highly suspect if you look at a lot of their food shows that well, yeah, they must be doing something to the animals to get them that big.
Yeah,
And if you see the amounts of foods that some of these Americans eat, it can't be that great. It can't be that great quality.
no. And plain meat, right? I'll
Mhm.
put just a little bit of salt on that meat and I'll cook it, whether it's steak or ham, whatever it is. And they're always asking me, what did you use for flavoring? This is the best I've ever had. And I look at them, salt. And it's because we've all forgotten what food tastes like because we think we need to put $100 garnishes on it
Oh yeah,
and put a million different other spices in our food,
yeah.
and they forget what it tastes like.
So a lot of people here like to have food with their condiments rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
But
Like, don't get me wrong, I can't eat fish that isn't breaded and smothered in ketchup, but I hate fish.
yeah, that's fair enough.
But
But yeah,
like
when I
when I
was
eat chicken, I
yeah,
just want salt on it.
I suppose I was always conscious when I was younger because I used to see people before even tasting anything, they would put all kinds of stuff on their food. I got to thinking, well, why don't I try this before putting stuff on it so that I know how much stuff to put on it.
Like
So
even pasta sauce. Like I make the plainest pasta sauce in the world. Okay, I use garlic, I use parsley, and a little pinch, and I mean just a little pinch of oregano. I don't put in teaspoons and shake it in. I take a little pinch, and the rest is all
right,
tomato. And when people eat my pasta sauce, they're like, "Oh my god, this was
mhm.
delicious."
Well, that speaks to the
Hello.
quality of the. Oh,
The reason why yours tastes like shit is because you put 101 spices in it, and you don't know what the fuck you're tasting because your taste buds are so confused they don't know what the hell they're eating.
well, immediately I would say the fact that your pasta sauce tastes good speaks to the quality of the tomatoes. But yeah, so it's also
Oh
knowing
yeah.
how to use the spices.
Like again, like food is meant to be like you think when someone found the first tomato, they threw a whole bunch of salt and pepper on it? No.
No, well, I've heard people complaining that today's tomatoes don't resemble anything like the original ones. They they've been
Okay,
obviously
so
bred. Yeah.
I grow food hydroponically, okay? And I can grow a tomato in a month bigger than my fist. And it does not taste like a tomato. Does not taste like a tomato whatsoever.
You can grow a
But
tomato in a month.
yep,
How is that even possible?
because hydroponics grows everything 3 times faster.
Oh, I see. I see.
And because it grows everything 3 times faster, um, You can even get it to grow even faster if you use 100% organic stuff. When you start using the chemicals, it
Mm,
slows down the growth. So when I do hydroponics, I buy fish. That's all I do is buy fish, and I put them in an aquarium. And that water gets all
mm,
that fish poop out, all that fish pee out, and it feeds those plants.
nice.
Okay, so it's like a universal circle. The only thing I'm missing is bees to pollinize everything. But once I see a one flower on anything, I'll break that flower off and I'll rub it on all the little buds. By the time those buds open up, they'll get that pollen from that flower and they'll self pollinate.
All right.
Cows today don't look like cows from 100 years ago. No, they don't. They definitely don't. They
And
definitely don't.
imagine not, because they're obviously being bred for for different things. Um, Going back to, the food that they have in the states, they obviously breed them and inject all kinds of stuff in them to make them bigger, for mass production.
Who okay? Me? I'm okay. If you don't
Well,
choke, you're not getting the buzz. Listen, I'll
good.
tell you this right now, guys. If I gave you my pain just for even 10 seconds, you'd want to go to the hospital. I've been used to it for a long time, but I have what's called chronic pain 24/7. I need to feel numb. If I don't feel numb, I'm in bed. You guys don't want me in bed. I'm trying to do everything the cleanest way possible, like vaping, even though no one knows the side effects of that yet, but it's better than smoking it with fire, right?
Hmm. Well, vaping is the big thing over here at the moment. That's essentially what they're trying to replace smoking with.
Well, it was a big thing here for a long time too, but then they started saying that vaping was giving people symptoms and stuff like that and causing cancers, and then all of a sudden everybody stopped vaping. But this is CBD oil. Okay, this is not marijuana. This is CBD oil.
Okay.
I have marijuana ones, but this is CBD. Okay, CBD is a medical treatment for me. It relaxes my muscles, and if you ever had a Charlie horse, that's what my whole body feels like all the time. And when I smoke this, it goes from this to this. It never will be like this, but at least it goes like this, and I can move around.
Okay. Yeah, CBD was being pushed over here as well, although people don't really know what it does.
Okay, so what's that disease that Michael J. Fox has?
Parkinson's.
Okay, so if you put uh, a drop of CBD oil on someone that has Parkinson's, within a couple minutes, they're not doing this anymore. They're like this. Now, from someone that knows what it's like to do this for hours at a time, and I mean hours, okay? We're talking 8 hours at a time, this
Yeah.
involuntary muscle action like this, it actually starts to hurt really bad.
Oh, yeah.
So the CBD is in every single living thing on this planet. Okay. We all have a CBD receptor, a THC receptor, they call it.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have that unless your body needed it. So the only plant on the whole planet where you get
CBD.
THC is from THC inside the marijuana plant. Bugs, grass, fish, mammals, reptiles all have this receptor. When I say every living thing, I mean every single living thing has this receptor.
Okay.
So what it does is it helps you heal faster if you got a cut. It's like nature's polysporin for all your ailments. It is even in Europe cured cancers with high dosages. Now, this
Oh,
part doesn't get you high. This stuff does not get you high. There's no
yeah.
high in it.
The
Okay.
CBD
But
part is. Yeah.
yeah, but it cures cancers.
Okay.
It's been proven. I know when I'm smoking more of this, my psoriasis is a lot better.
Hmm.
I've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on creams that never work. This works.
Right. It's the stuff that they don't want you to get that's probably going to be the most effective.
Well, look at how many Chinese medicines are out there that are
Oh,
natural herbs that actually work. That people say, like, as soon as it gets to America, oh, that's against the law. Our
mm,
FDA is not going to approve that.
yeah.
Meanwhile, it could help somebody.
Well, at that point, it seems to be more about, well, can we profit off of this?
Yeah, it's all about profits. See, someone like me, if I had millions of dollars, would be opening up things that, that I know. Like, I would have invested in that nuclear diamond battery the first day I've seen it and got myself an actual working copy. From there, if
Oh, yeah.
any government agencies would have come to me and say, I'm buying you out because we don't want you to have this, that's when I would hire 50 bodyguards. And I'm saying, screw you, I'm putting this through and giving it to everybody. you know,
Yeah.
other people just get scared because that's what we're conditioned to through social media and news and all that stuff. We're all conditioned to be scared little rabbits. But I look at it this way: I'll die fighting for what I believe in. Not too many people are like that anymore.
It drives me crazy when people like to recite that line about defending people's rights to free speech to the death or whatever. And you just know that they wouldn't fight for anything.
Look, anything I've said, I'll say to the person. Anything I said about their new leader, I would say to his face.
Good.
You know,
That's how it should
probably
be.
I'd probably end up in Guantanamo Bay, but
Well, at least you would have done it. But there are just way too many people these days who literally won't say anything to somebody's face. They'll do a lot of talking behind their backs, though.
to me, that'd be like me being scared of a bully, and I won't let myself be scared of a bully. Like a lot of people don't like the way I think because most of the time I'm talking about what I see is the truth in things. That again, society has made people believe that the real truth isn't the truth, and all this phony baloney is the truth now. And when I tell the truth to people, they don't like it, so they don't want to hear it. So then they judge, and it's like I don't care because guess what? You could tell me the most horrible thing in the world, and as long as it's true, I'll have a smile on my face.
Well, the truth is the truth, and there's not much you can do with that.
Yep. But again, society has made us all scared of the truth. We all know that the world is terrible and it's the worst it's ever been. Why are we letting it happen? Because we're scared that if we don't have the support of our government and we don't do things for ourselves, or if we do things for ourselves, we're going to get in one of them situations where we disappear off the planet and no one knows where we went. And our whole history of our lives didn't even exist.
Well, most of us don't really have to worry about the government. We have to worry about the people around us.
Yep.
Because
But
long before,
and that's another thing. W- We've been told so much that the world is dangerous by the internet and by the news that we don't even know that there's still friendly people out there.
yeah,
Look at our community. That's a prime example right there. Look how many people in our community are fucking awesome, but hate the world.
what's really disturbing is how long it has taken for us to assemble. I mean, because in my case, I mean, it wasn't always the case, but for quite a while, I've been surrounded by people who, let's just say, I didn't share values with.
Yeah, see, and but you know what? I love being around people like that. To be honest with you,
Oh yeah,
I love being able to be either taught something or learn something new, or I love the fact that I could change your mind about what you thought was real.
yeah, that's perfectly fine. I've got no problem with that whatsoever because I don't have all the answers. And I don't think anybody has. The difference is, though, that if you don't have the answers, then you're basically ridiculed. If you have the wrong answers, you're basically ridiculed.
I
So
got the best answer for anything, bro.
what's that?
You know, you know what you say when you don't know anything about it? You say this. That's cool. I'm smart enough to go find out about it, and then I'll get back to you. Then your ass is in some trouble. Don't make me have to research something because if I got to do something I don't want to do, you are going to be in big trouble. I'll
Oh,
find every flaw in whatever you were trying to convince me of. you know,
to be honest, though, I think I do prefer to do the research myself.
you prefer what?
I prefer doing the research myself.
Yeah. Well, see, being dyslexic, that's why I hate doing it. Right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If if I could read easily as anybody else that takes it for granted does, I wouldn't have Transformers. I wouldn't have Legos. I'd have books because knowledge is power.
Is indeed.
And for me, I want to soak up everything I can. Unfortunately, I have to do that through visualization. That's why I watch a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows, a lot of documentaries. But after watching documentaries, I always go and search it up and see what other people say. And you
Hmm.
can tell the bullshit from the real.
Oh yeah. That's that's a skill in and of itself to be able to do that. 'Cause, even with documentaries these days, there's a lot of presentation work. Let's just say.
Oh my God, strawberry cheesecake. Come on, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. He had to say strawberry cheesecake. Meanwhile, I can't even touch that stuff. It's got so much sugar in it, it would literally put me in a coma.
yeah, that must be torture. Um, but yeah, certainly during the early days of vaping over here, it was all about the different flavors of vape.
Well, everybody wanted flavors. I just wanted menthol.
Mm, mm.
Maybe vanilla, but other than that, it could be tasteless. I'll be happy.
Yeah, I guess my biggest vice, ironically, is sugar. Even now, um, I'd like to say I don't eat very many sweet things, but just the other day I demolished a couple of packs of cookies.
See, but I watch UK television a lot, and I like that you don't have oversized bags of chips. I like that you have small bags of chips.
What's oversized to you?
Um, so like you can get these bags that are about this tall and about that wide and skinny, and it's
Okay.
slightly bigger than a normal bag of chips would be like this, and then you got your mini size like this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't like that because we don't have that mini size anymore. It's either
Oh,
this or a big bag. Oh, he's
that's
cooking.
okay. Way to go, Tristan.
Good man. Save that money. Now I can make a mean burger with 4 ingredients.
What are those 4 ingredients?
Well, obviously the ground beef,
Yeah,
eggs, breadcrumbs, and garlic.
that sounds good. I'm guessing you
Oh,
don't count seasoning as an ingredient.
well, I don't put seasoning in it. No seasoning whatsoever.
Okay.
The only seasoning that's going in there is the garlic. Now, if you want salt or pepper, that's a table garnish to me. You should
Okay.
never put that in food unless it's meat, right? Meat, you always got to add salt to. But other than that, if you want more salt because you like salt, that's a table garnish.
Okay.
That's for you to decide how much you're going to put on.
Oh
Same
yeah,
with
yeah.
pepper. I absolutely hate when people put pepper in their food because I won't eat it. I don't like pepper. I could taste it. No matter how little
Yeah.
you put in there, I
So
could taste it.
yeah, the seasoning should be a personal thing
Yeah. So,
because
like,
people. So go ahead.
when you're putting all kinds of stuff in your pasta sauce, right? Like, you're putting thyme, rosemary, uh, parsley, oregano, bay leaves. You're putting all these things inside your pasta, plus 100 more other things that you could put in. I've even heard of people putting pepper in there, or flakes or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
or even peppers themselves and all that kind of stuff like that. It's like, um, that is not food. Why don't you just mix that all up in a bowl and add a little bit of water to it and just eat it that way? Because you're adding too much stuff and making it too complicated for your taste buds to even realize that what you're eating.
Yeah, that's when you put it that way, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
It does not. And I'm sorry, but I'm eating something that calls for meat. Most pasta sauce calls for meat, right? Ground beef.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm putting meat in there. Why am I putting a whole bunch of useless flavors inside there when I want to taste the meat? The whole point of having the meat in the pasta sauce is to taste the meat. Now, if I'm putting all these flavors in, I'm not even tasting the meat.
And again, I think it's usually the case that the other stuff isn't being used correctly.
No, it isn't. Look, man, when I was in high school, I won all of Canada 3 years in a row with simple ingredients. They had no idea what I would put inside there, and they were all trying to guess. And all of them would say every ingredient that I put in there, but then they would be trying to come up with 20 other ingredients that I put in there that I didn't. They didn't understand that the simple things that they said that was that obvious in there were the only things I used.
They wouldn't have thought of it.
They don't think of it at all because they're so brainwashed with all these things that society tells you, oh, you need to buy this, to make it good, to make it this, then that. Oh, yeah? Try making it plain. You'll be surprised. You have
Oh,
flavor back. It's not complicated. Your taste buds can handle it, and your stomach's going to love it.
oh yeah. Tristan says that pepper is somewhat unhealthy.
We're all conditioned to our ancestors. You know that? Did you know that? And what I mean by that is this. So my ancestors, uh, they ate stuff like carrots, potatoes, peas, beans, um, bread, meat. That's pretty much the diet, right?
Yeah.
So I can eat that stuff and my body runs off that fuel super well. As soon as I start putting in other stuff like um, buffalo, um, pork, anything that's not cow, you know, my body doesn't react well to that.
Okay.
And that goes for anywhere that your heritage comes from.
Oh yeah.
And
Different.
if people
Oh,
stuck to that type of diet, you wouldn't have so many people being so big, because if your body's getting what it's used to and trained to for centuries, guess what? It's going to use that as fuel, not as fat. And the thing that we are not used to is a product called sugar.
not in as great quantities as we usually have now.
We, well, do you think 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago in England, they were putting sugar in everything?
No.
They weren't putting sugar into nothing. It was just the natural fruits, natural sugar from them, natural sugar from the vegetables, right?
Hmm.
Bread tasted like shit because it didn't have sugar in it.
Yeah, sugar's an import
Yeah.
in England.
So, like, I tell everybody to do this all the time: make bread without sugar and make the same recipe with sugar. Tell me if you'd eat that bread. None of them want to eat that bread.
I'm not. I can't imagine it actually working, to be honest, because the yeast would need the sugar. Probably wouldn't get as big a loaf of bread without the sugar.
Sugar is just something that makes it taste better. That's all.
Well, I try not to eat too much bread these days, but I would recommend that people make their own bread as opposed to getting it
Yep.
from the store. There's so many ingredients in store-bought bread; it's ridiculous.
And you really don't even have to make bread, to be honest with you, because um, believe it or not, I use tortilla shells for almost everything, and that's corn.
Okay,
Like,
the hard ones.
yeah. So, like, let's say I'm having a pasta dinner, right?
Yeah.
And I have the choice to make garlic bread, right?
Okay.
Or I can use Doritos Cool Ranch chips. I'm going to
Hmm.
use the chips with my whole meal, whether it be putting some potatoes on it or some meat on it or some veggies on it. It doesn't matter. It's great for dipping into pasta. Like I crush up chips and put it in my pasta, but not chips, uh, Doritos,
Hmm.
corn chips,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I substitute that all the time for bread. I'll even put peanut butter and jam on it, on plain ones, not the Cool Ranch
Oh,
ones. Cool Ranch
okay.
ones are for specialty like dinners and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like
All
if
right.
I'm gonna have pasta, that's a good one to have. But you can use any flavor that you want.
Yeah, it's actually
It's
that
been
actually makes
great,
sense.
Duck. Thank you. What were you saying?
That does make sense actually. Um, as Tristan said he has an issue with gluten and wheat. Well, he has an issue with gluten, so he tries to avoid wheat. Um,
Well,
I don't, I don't know if I have either, but I don't know. For some reason, I just stopped eating quite a lot of bread.
okay, so again with the corn chips, right? If you go in your grocery aisle and you look for ones that have low sodium content, right?
Yeah.
so that it's not full salt. It's just a corn chip, right?
Yeah.
Try that with some peanut butter and jam one day, and tell me it's not good.
Um, I'd have to give that a shot. I have no idea what that would be like, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Silent is making magic. That's what he's doing. He printed out these awesome little carts, and they're
Yes.
all Lego pieces. But yeah,
Yes. That's an example of the 3D printed one, and they are based. Let me see if I can just grab it from here on these original Lego models. All right, Captain Duck is just passing through,
yeah.
but glad you did. You've been far more supportive than goodness knows how many millions of people on the planet.
You know, I wish the chat would get more involved and start asking some more questions.
I think they're
But
watching other people's streams.
yeah, or like they actually like what we're talking about.
Yeah, that could be possible as well.
Like
That's
I've had so many people. I don't know if you get this, but I get so many people that comment on a video or a short, and they say, "Oh, I watch your stream all the time," and it's like I've never even seen your name before,
yeah.
dude.
Well, one thing I
Keep up the good work.
realized, one thing I realized, and it makes sense, is that some people they just have things on in the background.
Yeah,
And I
bro.
never
You know
actually
what?
thought,
I,
yeah,
I got an invention for you, bro.
what's that?
Now you could 3D print this, but it would have to be manufactured by using solid plastic for sure. Okay,
Yep.
so when you make toast and you want peanut butter on it, do you eat peanut butter and toast?
I I don't eat peanut butter. I use almond or cashew butter.
Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. It's that thickness of the peanut butter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So here in Canada, we have to go through jars and stick our hands in, and it gets full of peanut butter and all that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I always thought about this. Why don't they make this for people that just eat peanut butter and jam sandwiches? They don't do anything else with their peanut butter. That's all they ever do is just make it with peanut butter, right? Make it so that it's a flat, like opening like this in the jar,
Hmm.
right? And a flip down lid, but you flip it up and it pours out a thin layer, but a long sheet of peanut
Oh,
butter when you squeeze it.
okay. Okay.
It'd have to be like a toothpaste type of mechanism with the
Yes.
aluminum casing, so you can just roll it down, but it'll pour out that thin sheet, a perfect amount of peanut butter for your sandwich, the size of a bread. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I was
Like,
thinking something along the lines of toothpaste. Yeah.
and I'm thinking this, okay? Even if 90% of the world thought that was stupid, 10% of them would think it was awesome.
Mm.
And this is the kind of shit that you see on like late night uh
Yes. Those
infomercials, right? And those
infomercials.
people are buying that stuff.
Yeah.
If you told me that I could have a refillable squeezed bread sized peanut butter thing that I can just take my jar of peanut butter, spatula it all into this thing, close it up, start rolling it up, and squeeze my peanut butter out on a piece of bread, and then I could shut the lid and put it on the counter, I'd be happy because I don't know how many times with being diabetic that I actually have cut myself on a plastic peanut butter jar because my skin has to just go along that edge just for a little second and I'll bleed. Like it'll scratch me that bad. I'm
Really.
getting tired of it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, diabetes skin sucks, bro.
Boy.
Look, that's 7 months old, bro.
Oh my goodness.
It's still bruised.
Man. Yeah, that's got to be annoying. I mean, sometimes I find I've cut myself and I don't realize I've cut myself. Only when I run my hand on the piece of skin and I realize there's what's it called?
A burst or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, but to get bruised like that constantly.
It's like this, man. It's like going from having like a body where I could literally stick my hand in boiling water and it'd be fine, to overnight
Mm.
not even being able to stand more than lukewarm water because it burns your skin.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then your skin turns into like tissue paper. I'm not even joking.
Oh,
It's like
no,
tissue
no,
paper.
no.
If I scrape my arm on a wall, it'll take enough skin off to make me bleed. Whereas if I did that normally, it would maybe leave a little white mark.
That's gonna make things incredibly difficult. By the way,
So
Skywalker
blade
just
back again and buy again.
yeah, that's Skywalker.
Or Skywalker, yeah, Skywalker. Sorry, man. Trying to remember everybody's names is hard for me.
Well, just wait till this thing explodes.
Oh
You're gonna
well,
have
trust me, I got a plan for that one.
oh yeah?
Hmm.
Wow.
So I've been researching it, but there is a way for AI to read my chat.
Okay.
I just got to figure out how to do it on a phone.
I see. I see. So you wouldn't consider getting a dedicated computer for these live streams, would you?
I don't have the room for one, to be honest with you. And right now, with me having to go, oh, hold on a second.
Yep. No problem.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yep.
Okay, give me 1 minute. I got a package. Hold on.
Okay, no problem. I'm just going to acknowledge this comment about Tristan's peanut butter sauce. I can't remember exactly which kind of meat it is, but I hear peanut butter goes quite well with meat. Although if you like peanuts, I suppose you could have it on its own. Probably chicken. I'm thinking about because of satay chicken. But yeah, I don't like peanuts. I prefer cashews or pistachios or almonds. You're vegan. Okay, that's I had absolutely no idea about. You disguise it so well. That's impressive, man. I mean, how do you survive? No, I'm kidding. No, it is definitely it's definitely impressive to be a vegan. I couldn't do it myself, and I'm pretty sure you've heard many people say that. I like my meat. I like my meat. I like my food to scream. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, just as with just about anything. How do you know somebody's a vegan? They'll tell you. But okay. But yeah, even though I like my meats, I also like my vegetables, and I do try to incorporate vegetables whenever I can. I will go for a vegetarian option sometimes because they do some really good things with vegetarian foods. The one thing, the one thing I won't do is go down the soya route. So I will not touch tofu. I won't touch edamame. Soy sauce is the only thing I will consider because I guess it's unavoidable. But given the opportunity, I won't have anything that contains um, any kind of soy protein, soy or soy lecithin. Um, okay, welcome back. You
I
just
got some goodies, so I'm
oh yeah,
opening it up. I have no idea what it is.
must looks like something from AliExpress.
Yep, it might be one of the lightsabers already.
Okay,
I've had them ship within a week, man, and some
yeah,
take 3 months. Now, I did find out that you have to look at who they're shipping with to find out how long it's going to be. If they're just going through normal China post carrier, you're looking at a month to 3 months, depending on the border.
yeah. But those things come by crates. For me, it's usually very good. They take about a week, and then they have a policy as to where if they are late in quotes, they'll give me a coupon.
All right, it says scan the code to see. Let's try that.
Okay, so that must be for the instructions.
Yeah, so we'll find out what it is.
So news just in, we found out that Tristan is vegan. You poor thing. Oh,
Well, whatever this is, it gave me a site like this. But I think I know what it is. I just gotta find it. I have no idea what this is. Let me see if I can put in this A8. Could also just do this.
well, it definitely looks like a lightsaber.
Yeah,
But which one?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. might as well use my phone. It'll be faster than this stupid slow ass tablet.
Mm. Just thinking of this vegan talk. One thing I dislike the most about vegans is the ones where they try and trick you into eating vegan food, which to me is quite predatory.
Yes. Don't make me eat your vegetables. I don't want to.
I mean, I like vegetables, but I also want to know what I'm eating.
Okay. So I believe it's this one here. Savage.
Oh, okay. Hello,
I can't
43-year-old child.
I can't see it being anything else.
Does not look like a lightsaber. Maybe it's a double-ended one. I have no idea.
Yeah, it is a double-ended one, but I just can't see it being anything else. Like, I don't have anything else that looks like this.
All right. I guess if you compare the parts to the bill of materials.
Well, I could show you the ones I ordered, right? That's what I ordered. So it's either that one or it's that one. But why would these not come together? I don't get it. I ordered those on the same day and I ordered that on a different day. And the last lightsaber was Luke Skywalker's. So I believe it is that one.
Okay. And I guess they were posted separately then.
Yeah. Your son recognized the robot. What's the robot? I want to
Yeah,
see if
you're
he actually recognized it because I don't think I've seen anybody, and I've been looking to see if there actually anybody out there that knows what the hell I built.
I sure as heck didn't. I had no idea what it was, but maybe there's maybe the anime is replaying or something.
Oh yeah, they had it on a few different stream sites before, but it was even on Netflix for a while.
Okay, that explains it then.
So how are you doing there, the 40-year-old child, the 43-year-old child? Yep, still the Macross. It's finally done. We finally did it.
Yes.
You know,
It
we
must.
came up with some really good ideas this stream. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah. I
I
I
think the
really.
train idea is great.
Yeah, that's an awesome one. And I like how that idea snowballed as well. So the idea of taking it to different events and
Yeah.
getting the stickers. So yeah, I hope that one takes off. And then other people can join in as well. Maybe they can build things such as train stations or
Well,
other things.
Mayo lives in Australia, right?
Yeah.
And the best part is that we can build whatever type of train system that we want to. It doesn't have to be a passenger train car. It
Oh
could
no.
be like for Canada, a lot of times I see logs being driven on trains. I also
Yeah.
see a lot of cargo trains, and I
Yeah.
also see a lot of car trains.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. One for mail as well, perhaps.
but
Could
I just
have.
want it to be in the style of wherever you're from. That's all I ask, right? Like,
Yeah.
I know there's not going to be much differences, but there is going to be differences because no matter what, you look across the world at countries that aren't Americanized, that's what I call it. You look at their
Mhm.
cars, they got different cars than what we got,
Yeah.
you know? So, of course, the trains aren't going to be the exact same if they're building them in their country, their way.
Exactly.
Like, I noticed that European trains are definitely more sleek. They're more sleek and more curved and rounded and stylized. Whereas, you know, American trains, Canadian trains, they're like more industrial type vehicles.
Mm. More box shaped.
Yeah. Or container shaped, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess
Like,
that does make sense as well because well, at least when it comes to traveling across Europe, the trains have to move really quickly.
and see, he's from the Netherlands. I bet you the trains out there look way different too, right?
Well, I was in Amsterdam last weekend, and there are obviously differences between the metro and even the trams and the cross country trains.
Yeah, I think that it'd be a great idea to get as many people as we can from all over just to build a train, send it to someone that's going to the show, and you know,
Absolutely.
I think it'd be great publicity for everybody. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, man. I'd like to see at least the first iteration before the end of the year.
well, I definitely can make one by the end of the year.
Yeah. So can I. Yeah. So the only thing I would have to do is get hold of some train wheels, perhaps, and I think I have some of those train tracks.
Well,
But
even well, look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna start off with something that I see, like an already built train set, right? And
yeah.
then I'll go from there. So I'll have extra track, extra wheels, extra everything, right?
Mm.
Because we're gonna have to make it so that you know every car that we build is about the same size. We got to keep it in parameters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's say it can't be more than 14 inches, but no less than 10.
Mm.
It's got to be able to fit on a Lego track. It's got to look proper to your area with the trains that you have.
So I believe Tristan wanted to make the carriages 7 studs wide.
I don't know what that means. 7 studs wide.
Um, the thickness of each carriage be
Oh,
7 studs.
okay. Well, again, that's something that I'm not familiar with. But again, I haven't built a train yet. I need to build a train before I can make one up in my head.
Mm. Mm.
I'm a
Yeah,
visual person, so if I know how to make the train, then boom.
yeah, this would be my first time making a train as well.
See, you might have to do the same thing. Get a train set, get familiarized with how it's built,
Yeah,
and then go from there.
yeah. And of course, there's nothing
Subway.
no subway or 9 studs. I think Tristan said. And of course, there's nothing to say that we can't do it more than once.
Yeah, like if I did a logging train, right, like a logging caboose or whatever you want to call it, and it's just got a whole bunch of logs, and I'm sorry, I'm going to cheat because I don't like stickers. I'm going to actually paint on it and make it look like it was spray painted by me.
I've got no problem with that whatsoever.
You know, if it's going to be custom, it's going to be custom. I'm going to get it so it looks like I spray painted, Never Too Old for Lego, Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
Stuff like that. But I think it would be cool if we somehow come up with a gimmick for these trains where if you press a button, a business card ejects at the top. I think it could be possible.
Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Got Lego Dude in the house. The 24th one.
It would definitely have to be involve springs to make the mechanism work. I know how the mechanism can work. To use Lego parts to build it is going to be a trick.
That's
Where every time you press the button, a new card comes up, and you can store a few in there.
that is above my pay grade, unfortunately. Anything or almost anything functional.
Hi, Lego dude. And Tristan says, that's easy.
Okay. You'll have to
This is
show us.
why I keep telling you. I keep saying this, man. This guy is the new Mr. Beast of Lego as soon as he gets going. You watch. He's going to blow up before anybody else. I can tell you right now.
I can see it, man. I can see it.
Show off. He's going to blow up and forget about us. You watch.
Oh, I can see it happening, man.
He's
And
going to
now,
blow up so big, he's going to open up his own Lego company.
yep. And then all of a sudden, who are these guys?
I've always said if I ever blew up or even won the lottery, I'd take people with me because I don't think it's right that there's good people out there that have to suffer. It just bothers me more than anything in the world, man. Seems like the more good I do, the more I suffer. And then if I'm being a shady asshole and doing stuff that benefits just me, it seems not to work. But I watch other people do it and it works for them perfectly.
It does seem that way. It does seem that way.
I can tell you one thing though. What?
What's that one thing?
You're gonna hire me to be a couch potato? Thanks, Tristan. You're the man. Listen, at this point in my life where I've been denied job after job after job after job and told I'll never be able to work again, I just want a job, even if it's doing nothing. I just wanted to be able to say I got a job. Like
Yeah. Well,
anything. I don't care.
well, I can attest there is nothing better than to be able to say that you have this job and being able to bring in a paycheck, however frequent it is.
All right, Tristan. All I really need is a super wizard computer geek that will build me a computer that all I have to do is press one button to do what I want to do. Because I don't like having to search and do millions of things and switch through program to program and all that kind of crap like that just to get one thing accomplished. So I just want to be able to press buttons and it do what I want it to do. And I know it's possible because people got those gaming, whatever they're called there, those boxes, and they put hotkeys and whatever, and it does functions. So if
Oh,
that thing exists, then if I want to, edit a video, I can press a button and it'll open up everything I need to use.
hmm.
instead of having to search and find and do all that kind of stuff. Unless you want to be really nice, you can just hire me a really, really smoking hot babe that loves Lego, and I'll put her in front of the camera.
Well, that could actually work as a business, babes for bricks or
Bro,
something like that.
there's a girl on here called Clickbait,
Yeah?
and she does Lego.
No way. No way.
Yeah,
Let's see what
and she's European, and I swear to God, all she does is talk to her audience. She only builds Lego about once a month. And she's got, I think it's like 10 or 20,000 people already. And she hasn't even been on for like a couple months.
I'm gonna regret this, but I am looking this person up right now.
I keep telling her she just needs to marry me and let me mooch off of her. I said, you're going to have 1 million subs within a freaking year. Come on. You can do whatever you want. I just want your money. I want that
Okay.
security back. Did you find her?
Yeah, thankfully not. Yeah, I can't find them in the results, but yeah, I probably don't want to see it.
No. And she literally wears hardly anything. Hardly anything at all.
That
And
doesn't
like,
surprise me.
she flirts with all the people, whether they're guys or girls. She flirts with them the whole time. And it's like, why do you even have a Lego channel? You should have just been, you know,
Well,
hey, I'm a chick that's gonna flirt with you channel.
that's the oldest trick in the book. That's and we've seen it happen with comic books, video games, all this stuff that's were relegated to nerds and undesirables in the past. There's always going to be
Well,
people who look at those things and say, "Well, we can make money by being
yeah,
clickbait."
but like honestly, I look at this girl and the things she says, it's just outrageous and ridiculous. Like, oh well, I have to take time and make myself beautiful for my man. I have to buy makeup and straighten my hair and wear nice clothes. So yeah, he's got to pay for my life. And I'm sitting there thinking, um, you do that every day and you don't even have a man. What is the purpose
Well,
of you? What do you bring to the table? Oh, well, I make myself look beautiful. No, I asked you what you bring to the table. You do that for yourself. You're not doing that for your man. Is that a little car? Oh,
yes, this is a tiny version that I made using the same 3D printer.
see, you can make earrings and shit like that out of those things.
That's another good angle. Yeah, earrings.
Listen, jewelry sells at conventions. You know this. People
Yeah,
will buy pins. It doesn't matter what it is. If you could make little Lego minifigures that big and stick an earring on them, they would buy them.
yeah. I've seen it. I've
You
seen
know?
people. At least one person
Yo,
sells Lego jewelry.
yeah. What's up, Eternity? He's back. We're talking about
Mm.
trains. You want to build a train and become part of the group? You gonna build an American train? Bricks around the world. Oh, Alexandria is back.
Hello again, Alexandria.
Alexandria.
Did you two enjoy that private time together?
Yeah. Alexandria. You want a blue-eyed kitten? What's a lug name?
That's the user group name. I mean, I mean,
You
I
mean
like,
of all the people that actually are in the group that do YouTube channels? Not everybody, right? Like
yeah,
not this.
our particular group.
Okay,
I mean, I personally like brick therapy.
I do too. I'm good with brick therapy. I think being associated with brick therapy is a good thing because I think we are all. I'm not to say us, but the whole world needs a little bit of compassion, a little bit of understanding. And I'm not talking about the ridiculous, stupid stuff. I'm talking about the actual shit that's going on, like poverty and uh, income, trying to find jobs, trying
Yep.
to manage life and balance happiness between misery that the rest of the world is just pouring down on us.
Yeah. And from my perspective, the same way that this hobby has been of help to us, it shouldn't be. I don't think it should be the cause of the stress and the not so good stuff that happens as well.
Open your eyes for the camera. How blue they are. Open your eyes. Open those eyes. You little brat. Open them.
Hmm. Just about to. Hmm.
Open your eyes. Don't fall asleep like this.
Hmm. Hmm.
Open.
Uh,
You open them when I put you like this. What's your story? You don't want everybody to see how blue your eyes are, huh?
he's not
Oh,
screaming
she's a
anymore.
monster.
He's not screaming anymore.
Because she's getting what she wants.
Well,
As
at
soon as she
some
gets what she wants, it's over.
at some point, I got to get some pets again. I've been meaning to set up.
After her, I'm done. After her, I'm done, bro. Unless I get a farm, I'm done. Don't want no more animals.
I
Cat
understand.
litter is like $20.
Ah, yes,
Cat
definitely
food's
something
20 bucks.
definitely
What
something we
used
got
to
to think about.
Yeah, but what used to only cost me $10 a month is costing me way over what I can afford now.
It's terrible, man. I think it sounds like one of those things that they're trying to take away again. Um,
Well,
how
look at
pro-
I live in a world where a mutt a mutt isn't free anymore. A mutt is worth more than a purebred.
really?
What the hell happened there?
That
Mutts are
doesn't
supposed to
make
be free.
that doesn't make any sense.
Look it up. Look and see how much mixed breeds are in Canada. They're worth more than purebreds.
That
Don't
doesn't
get
make
it.
sense.
It's a mutt to me. To me, that's a mutt. It's not worth anything. Around here, okay, they sell Rottweilers and pit bulls for about $500. But if it's a Rottweiler pit bull mix, that's $1,500.
Hmm.
That's a mutt. It's not a purebred. That's a mutt. That's free.
What kind of what kind of dogs are trendy in Canada right now?
In my neighborhood,
Yeah.
big dogs, bigger the better. So King Corsos, Siberian Huskies,
Okay.
um, Rottweilers, Pit Bulls, Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Alexandria says, you wouldn't believe how hard it is to adopt a pet. There you go. Come get it. Come get it.
I wouldn't know, unfortunately. I don't have
What happened?
cats.
Listen, I'll tell you this right now. I don't know what happened, but I got an echo,
Oh no.
and I could hardly hear you.
Oh, one. I know that my tablet glitched for a second, but I have no idea what happened.
Did that fix it? No. Anyways, if you have a dog that's over 35 pounds, that means it needs to run 10 kilometers a day. If you live in an apartment, you shouldn't have a dog over 35 pounds.
No, 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 no. Because the dog needs space.
All right, Silent, we're going to end this stream because this is really bad echo and everybody is going to complain.
Oh,
But thank you for coming on, and we'll do this again soon.
all right. All right. Thank
All
you
right,
for having
thank
me
you for
once
coming
again.
on, brother. Goodbye, everybody.